Want to go, pretty boy?
Two minutes by yourself and you feel shame, you know, and then you get free.
The only thing better than a glass of beer is tea with Miss McGill.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
And welcome to the Fourth Line Voice Podcast. My name is Darren. Thank you very much for tuning in. Episode 486 of The Big Show, some enforcer-based podcasting coming at you, brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network. How's everybody doing out there? Wow. The show kind of landed right in the middle. Merry Christmas to everybody. I mean, obviously it's the 27th here, but hope everybody had a good Christmas, and I hope everyone has a happy New Year. Like I said, I'll be next time I talk to you, it'll be in the 2026. Oh, where did 2025 go? Well, we're going to talk about it, but I hope Santa was good to everybody. I hope he found everybody, even the naughty and the nice and everything. But maybe not Lazito. We'll talk about him in a second. But everybody else, But yes. Well, today, folks, I have. Tony's favorite part is I got hockey cards. Actually, it was cool. I'll talk about that in a sec. So I got hockey cards. Update on the East Coast Hockey League strike, or the strike that wasn't. I think it sounds like they have a tentative agreement. But hey, we'll talk about that. Divine Apollon. Here we go. Obviously plans for 2026, because that's kind of as the theme of the new year. But I had 25 questions. 2025, 25 questions. Some that I had saved, some that were asked of me in an email, because I had the 10 questions. Actually, it was 15 questions now that I think of their email. 15 questions. I have a bunch of questions written down, and I told my wife, I said, here, because I have a book that I've, like, in the comment sections or on emails that I've gotten, and if people ask me questions, I mean, if it's a question of like what, that I can answer immediately, or they want an answer immediately, I'll answer it. But I've had people ask me questions in emails, and I told them I will answer this on the air, or in the comment section, Facebook, or on fight groups, or in the live stream. I've had a few questions, and I always write them down in this book here. And I told my wife, I said, write out 10 questions, or out of this book, take 10 questions and write them down. And she did. So I don't know what they are, because they're on this page over here. I have not looked at them, and I did not look at the email that Kevin and those guys sent me. So those guys that do the lists and stuff, Kevin and Tom and those guys, I will get to that in a sec. Appreciate them sending messages, as always. And I will tell you about my little adventure on Christmas with my family. It was something. It was interesting. What was interesting? It was. I'll get to it. But yeah. But before we get into all that, of course, I have papers everywhere here. Okay. Episode 486. Did I say that? Well, I did now. It's episode 486. December 27th, 2025. Here we go. I think it finally stopped snowing here. Ugh. Okay. Well, I'm a member of the Hockey Podcast Network. I don't know for how much longer, but so far I'm hanging in there. I'm on the original content creator side, along with Joe Lazito, who I will promise to get on this show in 2026, because I've set it for half of 2025. And but check out Joe's Coliseum Chronicles, the penalty box. It's been a while since his episode. I know he's got a few in the can, but they haven't been released. They're trying to escape though. But yeah, last one was of course his scaling of the Canadian border and all that stuff. That's a whole adventure that you should go listen to. He does have a tremendous back catalog. Ash from Strudwick, on and on. Could you imagine Joe? Yeah, his wife probably is walking around in her, at Christmas time in her leggings, and on her ass cheeks, she's got like an imprint of Joe, and is normally Dorito covered, but now it's just all dress covered, handprints and ketchup chips, and yeah. Oh, I imagine he's got ketchup chip dust all over the place around that house. Yeah. Yeah, trying to convince people to check out his Yule log, Joe, I'm telling you. Tremendous. You know what? The next live stream, Joe, I've got it ready to go. I've got my Coliseum Chronicles merch ready to go. I'm thinking, if I ever want to end it, if I ever want to clear out a room quick, I know what shirt to show up in. Yeah. Here, I'm trying to draw people to the live stream. Maybe I don't go with that, but I don't know. You put that shirt on if you want to get something, you want to scare something out of your crawl space. I think is how that goes. But check it out. Joe Lazito, tremendous. 2026, Joe, wishing you the best to you and yours, mostly yours. And, look forward to talking to you in the new year. My other adventure that I do is the Bruised and Battered show, which is doing quite a bit better than the Fourth Line Voice at this point. I'm not sure how, considering the people that are involved in the show, but it's not only myself, but it's Jay and Alec. Those two chuckle fucks. Can you believe it? Alec was visiting Iowa for Christmas, and he stopped by Jay's house, and they went to a Quad City Storm game last night. I told him, don't wear any fucking Bruised and Battered merch, because that'll be the end of our show. You get us canceled, as they say. But yeah, sitting down in the VIP section, I don't know how many beer they drank, but it was a real scene. Oh yeah. I believe there had to be at least 25 tall boys sitting on that table by the time the game was done. Divine Apollon, who we had on the Bruised and Battered show a few weeks back that I interviewed, nice kid, great kid, had signed in Quad City, beat the piss out of who did he fight last night? What was that cat's name? Will Vanderveen. Halfway through the fight, he got the crowd into it. I think Divine Apollon is quickly, old number 61 in QC, is quickly becoming a fan favorite. Now, only if his fucking coach knew how to play him, but how does a Toporowski not know how to play a tough guy? Someone explain that to me. Yeah, anyway, that's me saying it. That's no one else saying it. That's me saying it. Fucking Topper, get your shit straight. Jesus Christ. You hired the wrong guy anyway, QC. I'm just saying. The other guy would have played the shit out of Divine Apollon, I can tell you that. The record would be better, too. But anyway, so those two jokers were tearing it up in Quad City. The rest of us were working and shoveling snow. So tells you, who got the fucking short end of that stick, let me tell you. But, we've had 53 episodes. We have a new episode out right now. Scott Doherty we had on. And I appreciate Scott for coming on the show. And Alec interviewed him last week. And, look at us right through the new year. I don't know what we're going to be doing for this week's episode, but we'll cross that bridge. But right now, we did pretty good. But yeah, it's been a real fun ride with the Bruised and Battered show, because it's something new for me too, because it's current minor league hockey. So it's obviously I'm not paying attention to current hockey, but it's air quote forcing me to. I'll follow the fights that people send me the fights and stuff like that. But but it's been fun just to do a show with a couple other people. So it's not dependent just on me, right? I have two other people, and I can't think of two better people to do the show with. We laugh and joke and have our fun. But if I was going to do a podcast with anybody, it would be that's why I created the podcast. And that's why I asked them to do it, and so far it's been, I think, very successful, and it continues to grow, and our numbers have been really solid, really growing, and we'll see where it goes. Alec has done a lot of it is on Alec, man. He's done a great job, and for a guy that was really soured on the podcasting experience after the 5 for Fighting and everything else, he's really picked the ball up and ran with it. And, you know, and I say it's him and Jay takes his, you know, his interviews serious. He researches, he gets shit ready for the show. I mean, those two are far more prepared for the show than I am. Like I said, I'm like the fucking guy in the back seat that just chimes in every once in a while. Like it's their, I've always said it's their show. I'm just kind of I'm definitely the passenger on this. But, I'd like to say I was the conduit that got it connected and hooked up and together. But after that, it's been, those two have really carried the ball. And I think Jay would say the same thing. But I mean, Alec has been the MVP of the show. I mean, he's taking the media stuff in school and he's really brought that to the show. And in 2026, we're going to start doing some live stream stuff. We have our Bruised and Battered YouTube channel. If you're listening, if you could go subscribe to that, that would be really cool. If you could, we're just trying to get numbers. We're just starting out. We've got a few fight videos on there, but we're really looking to, there's a bunch of stuff that we're going to start in 2026 on that channel. That I think will be a lot of fun. And we're each going to have kind of our own little segments. I know Alec is going to kind of do a news segment a little bit. Myself, I'm looking to kind of do a kind of a fantasy fight breakdowns and stuff like that. And then Jay's got some picture stuff that he wants, because Jay's been taking pictures at the Quad City Games for years, and he's got some really cool shit. Then I think that would be cool, like just different pictures that mean something to him that, you know, he could put up on the screen and do like a little, oh, I took this and this is what happened, blah, 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 you know. We haven't like dotted the I's across the T's on all the ideas yet, but I mean, this is just something we've been throwing around, but it's basically just content. We want to get original content up on our YouTube channel. So this is stuff that we're talking about. Speaking of other YouTube channels, we'll go back to the Fourth Line Voice YouTube channel, which again, if you could subscribe to, that would be great. Every Friday here for the last couple months, not this past Friday, because I have Christmas at my parents', but going into 2026, every Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 8 Pacific, know your time zones. I do a live stream on my YouTube channel, Fourth Line Voice, and it's a hockey fight watch along. And I play minor league and junior stuff, videos. I always pick 60 videos, so it usually plays to about an hour 10, hour 15. And my little fat head's down in the bottom corner, but up on the big screen, we got the fights going, and I commentate during the fights, or just yap, or we just general yippee. And but there is a chat in the corner that people can join in and chat and throw questions out, or just comments or whatever. We have a lot of fun. We've had a couple ex-players stop by, and we had who was there the one night? Sugden was there, Brookbank was there, Segroy stopped by, I believe. Oh geez, who else? I don't, pardon me for not, Billy McGuigan. Yeah, there's been a few characters that have shown up. So Steve Jiggs. So yeah, we have players stop by. Again, that's something going into 2026 that, cause I'm just kind of getting into the live stream. I'm learning how to do it, set it up, stuff like that. It's been a process, you know. I've talked about wanting to have a player on with me and then just kind of do like maybe 20 of his fights, and he could talk about the fight while it's going on, and maybe I could pause it after the fight's over and we could, it happened because he high sticked me and fuck that guy and blah, blah, you know, whatever. It's not that I have anything in concrete or I've talked to anybody about this. But it's just something that I've thought about to maybe try out. Like I said, I think the possibilities are really endless in terms of the live stream, and and as that goes on, we'll cross that bridge. But it's definitely something, again, with the YouTube channel that, I just want to create more traffic for the YouTube channel and have that channel grow, and not just keep putting up. I'll put up fight clips and stuff like that, like I always have, but. From my collection of stuff that I found or get sent to me, via, Yuka in Finland has sent a lot of stuff. And again, shout out to him. He's been great. A little bit of a tough go right now. But I know he'll bounce back, but, he's been great in terms of the research. I was, my Finnish connection over there, and you guys have heard Yuka on the show, and he's a historian, and he's great. We had the Jacques Mayotte tribute and the Serge Robert show, and he's been on numerous times, and he's great, and he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like, I'll tell him, I'm thinking about interviewing this guy, and he'll go through at newspapers.com, and he'll bring up old articles and stuff and send me, and he's been invaluable, not only for myself, but Jay and Alec, and I know Joe Lazito as well. So, yeah, Yuka's great. I wish him all the best. And like I said, I've talked to him privately. I won't get into all that, but, he'll bounce back. He'll be all right. But temporary stumbling. But, so Yuka's been great. Paul and Searson, John and Paul over in the boy band over there in Europe, failed boy band. They're tremendous. Always good guys. Paul curated all the UK fights. I mean, if it wasn't for him, the UK fans, you'd have nothing. I can tell you that you should. I've always said any UK hockey fight fan or whatever should be, anytime, Paul should never have to buy another drink, and his ass should be kissed constantly by you people. Because, the amount of history he has saved is unbelievable. And then Searson, John's good. John's all right. Oh, John, no, he's a good dude. Old John, old JS there. Yep. Your Eagles are killing me, though, but all right. How about we get into this show, all right? So I'm going to hit you with a DraftKings ad. Remember, we got Super Bowl coming up here. Our NFL playoffs is coming, so, I was going to say bowl season, but that's kind of going already. But I guess bowl season's still going on. But get your deposit, put a bet in. Hey, you never know. But we'll do that right here. The jaw-dropping moments that make hockey, well, hockey. Experience them all with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings, the sportsbook, is now live in the Show Me State. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use the promo code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of the Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Pass-thru, a per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng./audio. Limited time offer. Okay, let's open this pack. Now, the cool thing about this pack, I had a guy at work give this to me because he had, we were talking about old hockey cards and stuff like that. And I was saying how, back in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, bought some packs, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I got something for you. So he brought it, and it was a 1990-91 O-Pee-Chee hockey. So there you go, the old wax packs. So we're going to get some gum in here. And it was funny because when I was holding the pack, one of the young kids at work goes, oh, the cards used to come with gum, right? And I'm like, yeah, they did. And he's like, are you going to eat it when you open it? I'm like, you know how much gum, how much of this gum I've eaten in my life? I don't need to eat this to find it out. But I can tell you probably won't be able to eat it because it'll be broken and everything else. But, or it'll actually probably be stuck to the card. But, I've eaten enough gum from the O-Pee-Chee packs back in the day. I can tell you that. So, yeah, the classic, now I'm going to drop the pack on the floor. I want to thank Kyle for giving this to me. Very nice, very thoughtful. This pack is older than he is, which is kind of funny. But 90-91 O-Pee-Chee here. What do we got with it? Oh, and there the gum is stuck to it. So there you go. Who is it stuck to? Oh, classic. That's funny because it's stuck to one of my all-time favorites. And a fun fact, this is actually one of the first jersey I ever owned in my life. Yeah, no, I'll get going on it. Yep. Sorry, folks, little interruption. The first jersey I ever owned in my life is this cat right here. Number 25, the Philadelphia Flyers, Peter Zezel. There you go. I've probably told that story on here before, but yes, that was the first jersey I ever owned as a kid. And why I had that jersey, I'll tell you. Because my dad, when he worked at the where he worked at the university, every winter they would have a hockey draft. You know, and there'd be about 10, 12, 14 guys in it, right? And they'd all be sitting around some guy's basement. And it was a snake, like 1, 2, 3. I can remember as really young, I remember Wayne Gretzky being like, Gretzky wasn't allowed in the draft. Cause it's like they did the draft for the first couple in the 80s there. And like, so whoever had Gretzky was basically like picking an extra guy cause he'd have like 200 points. So I remember Gretzky was banned. But, at the time, it was 86, 87, so I was like 11 years old. But at that point, even at 11 years old, I knew all the players, I knew all the stats, like I was just right into it, right? So I could go in these drafts on my own. At first, I helped my dad. I might have still been helping him in this time when I was 11. No, I bet you I had my own team. No, I think I was helping him at this point. Anyway, one of our final picks of that draft that year was Peter Zezel. I don't know if I just liked his last name or whatever. That was my big sleeper pick. And he ended up getting like 72 points that year and it won our draft because we had him. Because most of the time when you're like your 10th guy or whoever your last pick is, you're just hoping to, that he gets double digits or something, right? But yeah, when you can get a guy with 72 points as your final pick, you're winning that draft. And so after that, I pretty much got like a Peter Zezel. I think that year I got a Zezel jersey. So... We're going to be here for an hour if I go over that many cards, but Rick Zombo. Well, I didn't own a Rick Zombo jersey. No, Broadway Bernie Nichols playing with the Rangers in this one. Look at this. 88, 89, 70 goals. Bernie Nichols sniped 70. Unbelievable. Next, Charlie Huddy. There's an old D-man there glassing out. Just one of those stay-at-home guys. Yep. Glenn Healy. Oh, fuck Glenn Healy. Jim Korn. Oh, Jim Korn. Yeah. Big stiff. Yeah. Guy was huge and couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. I'll tell you that. Next up, Mark Messier Hart Trophy. Yep. Tom Chorsky rookie card. There you go. I don't know if I'll put that in plastic. Honestly, probably not. And the final card, a Hall of Famer, Michel Goulet. There you go. Of course, finished up with the Blackhawks, but obviously with the Quebec Nordiques, tore it up back in the day. Multiple 50 goals. Well, speaking of the hockey draft, you definitely wanted Michel Goulet on your team. So there we go. Final card, Hall of Famer. Can't beat that. Well, there we go. Again, that was very, very cool to get that pack, and it's got the old waxy feel to it. I dig it. Yeah, it's been a while since I've opened up 90, 91, the O-Pee-Chee cards. Those are, most of the times it's like Score or Pro sets, so to get O-Pee-Chee was pretty cool. But there we go. I don't know what they owe. Tom Chorsky rookie, if anybody's interested. But there we go. There's some cards. Well, the East Coast Hockey League went on strike. Now they're talking about a tentative agreement, so it sounds like the players are back at it. I know I got a text message from a few players that I had wished Merry Christmas to. They are happy to be back. They said they're back, so that's good. Strike averted, so that's good. As I was talking about, Divine Apollon has looked sharp in his 2 fights as a pro so far in Quad City. And again, great guest on the Bruised and Battered show. What did I talk about? Lucido, Bruised and Battered. Oh, Buckets Off. Yes. For those interested in merchandise, Fourth Line Voice merch or Bruised and Battered merch, the Buckets Off podcast, go check out, or Bucket Podcast, bucketsoff.com. Go to check it out. If you use the promo code right now, I believe holidays, you get 10% off your purchase. So, yeah. And they have player shirts there. If you buy it, all the proceeds go to the players. much like if you buy a Bruised and Battered or a Fourth Line Voice t-shirt, all the proceeds go to us. So I want to thank Brock and Brittany. They've been great and very nice people. And the fact that, they started the buckets off for the players and stuff. And the fact that they also included myself and Jay and Alec with the Bruised and Battered show, as well as the Fourth Line Boys show. It has been, we're very grateful for that. And the merch is great. The quality is really good. We're really happy with it. I know the people that have received their shirts have been really happy about it. So we're really happy to, attach because you always, whenever you're going to attach your wagon to somebody, so to speak, it's a reflection of you as well, right? So you don't want to get in with some shady people, and there's a lot of shysters out there these days. And it's funny, just as, I might throw out names, but both myself and the Bruised and Battered show, the last couple years, we've been approached by different deals, and, ultimately we didn't go with them, and it turned out to be a good thing because they're all long gone, or don't have the greatest reputations and stuff like that. And we certainly don't want to fucking get any on us, so to speak, right? So, you got to be careful these days. But no, we are completely happy with the Buckets Off apparel, and with Brock and Brittany, they've been great. And I look forward to collaborating with them and coming up maybe with some new designs and stuff like that. And just a more prosperous and 2026. So Buckets Off apparel. So go to bucketsoff.com, check out their catalog. Maybe you'll find something you're into, and support the cause. There we go. I guess at this point we're into the 25 questions. For the final episode of 2025. So, all right. I've done a few Q&A episodes. 486 shows. I've done. I've off the top of my head, I think 3 Q&A. So, forgive me, I guess, if some of the questions are the same. Maybe there's some of them are the same. I have no idea. I can't remember shit. I can barely remember episode 485, let alone something that was in the fucking 100s or 200s. So I think it's been a while since I've done a Q&A episode. So, all right, well, let's get into it. Okay. Well, like I said, I had Lisa write out all my questions here. So she wrote out the emails. Again, I want to thank the Kevin and Thomas and Dale and Philip and the rest of you cats. You guys know who you are. I want to thank you guys for first of all, for the interest in the show. I know a couple of you are listening to the Bruised and Battered show. I know some of you don't give a shit because you don't watch current hockey. Dale's like, yeah, no offense, but I don't listen to it. I could give a shit. I haven't watched hockey for years. No, I get it. Oh, believe me, I understand, sir. But no offense taken. But I do want to thank you guys for the interest that you've taken in the Fourth Line Boys. I know, Kevin, I know a couple of you guys have, or maybe all of you, but I know Kevin for sure has hit the live stream a few times, so thank you for that. And thank you for doing your lists. These are the cats. If anybody listening, any listeners for a while, these guys have made a couple of their own lists that they do because I know a couple of them coach the kids' baseball teams and shit and hockey. And so they're in the cars, obviously traveling. And while they're traveling, they come up with lists and stuff, and then they send it to me. And they know the gimmick. They're like, okay, they'll send me an email first and be like, hey, check it out. The next one we're going to send you is a list, so don't look at it because we know you want to look at it in the air, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how it goes, right? So, and that's what they did with these questions as well. And I got Lisa to write them out for me, so I wasn't going to look at them because I wanted her to pick those 15 as well. So I have 25 questions written down here on this book and on this page here. And here we go. Let's get into it. I don't know what they are, but obviously I haven't looked at them. Here we go. So 2025, so the final episode of 2025, we have 25 questions. First song on your playlist. I don't know. I will go to my playlist here. I got my phone right here. I will look. It was Battleborn by Five Finger Death Punch. There you go. Question 1. Number 2. You've often referenced high school football. What position did you play? I played defensive tackle. Number 46. In baseball, what position did you play? I started off as a back catcher. Then I moved to third base. And then when I got up third base for high school, and then when I played senior, I became third base / DH. Highlight of your sporting career. When we played senior and we won the provincial title, baseball title, which would be for my American listeners, that'd be the equivalent of winning state. Yeah. Number 5, first car I ever owned, 78 Nova. Yeah, it was had a rebuilt engine, had like a how big was the engine? It's like 350 or something. No, it was bigger than that. Anyway, that thing could fucking get up and walk. Yeah. Number 6, favorite vacation. Favorite vacation. Well, I love me Las Vegas. That's like my go-to, but probably Mexico, the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico. I've gone there a couple times, and yeah, you just hang out at the pool and drink and go. I've gone snorkeling and stuff out in the reef, and yeah, it's just, yeah, I would say that as an adult, that has been my favorite vacation. As a child, when we went to Disney World, I was in grade 8. We went to Disney World, but just stayed we were in Kissimmee, and what was the name of that place? But there was a real cool kind of small town, old town, I think it was called, or something. But there was an arcade there and a sports store, and and we'd go there at on the off days, and went to Universal, did all the tourist shit. But yeah, and my brother would have been in what would he been in? Grade 5? 6, 7, 8. Grade 4. Yeah. We just had a lot of fun on that trip. And that trip stands out to me. Yeah. And it's Disney World. That actually, as an adult, yeah, Disney World. Yeah. Number 7. Well, there you go. We know you love Las Vegas. What is your favorite strip casino? Yeah, I'm not a real fan of Las Vegas Strip anymore. I mean, when you've never been to Vegas, obviously the Strip is the place to go. But now that I've gone so many times, I try to actually avoid the Strip. We don't stay on the Strip. We stay at the Orleans. It's an off-strip casino. But my favorite strip casino. That's a good question. New York. Question number 8. Favorite 3 wrestlers of all time. Chris Jericho, Bret Hart, Randy Savage. Oh, same thing. Favorite 3 tag teams. Okay. Midnight Express, Road Warriors, Hart Foundation. That was easy, actually. Let's just get right down to it. Who was better, Probert or Brown? Kevin, yes, this has got to be their question, because, yeah, him and I have gone back and forth about this. Well, that's an interesting, because I always say my top 3 are probably Probert, Brown, and LaRock all time. Brown or Probert? Well, see, that's the thing. I guess it's overall, I would say Probert. But if someone says Dave Brown, I understand that. Now, the Probert people can always say, wow, when they fought, Probert won. Well, that's true. He did. I would also say Brown didn't have the losses that Probert had, but he didn't do it as much. I would say Brown was scarier. I'd say technically Probert was a better fighter. I would probably say Dave Brown was a more dangerous fighter because he didn't give a fuck. Like Probert could be dirty too, for sure. But Brown he'd jump you or hit you when you were down. Like, he didn't give a shit. I think he'd be a little more devastating than Probert. I think punching wise, I think he probably punched harder. Now it's not just me guessing. I mean, that Grimson and guys that have fought both have said Brown hit harder. So Brown had the power. I think Probert had the technical skill. I think overall Probert was the better fighter. In terms of intimidation, I would probably say Brown, because Brown had that more of a, like, he cross-checking the head, didn't give a shit. Like, I think Brown had more of a serial killer vibe than Probert. But, yeah. But I would say Probert. Who are the three that should have got a season? Oh, well, there's so many. I mean, Engelstad, Rocky, Bialowas are the three I would pick. There's a million guys I could take in the minors, though. I mean, that's not, yeah. But I would, like, I'll preface that question, or put the caveat of the AHL, because I mean, it's like, oh, Terrio and whatever. I mean, you could do Curtis Swanson. I mean, you could take all of those guys, like LNH guys, Dean Mayrad and all that, or East Coast, like Trevor Sands shit. But I'm gonna go with like AHL guys, because they were kind of that one step away, like the phone calls right there. That's kind of how I did that. So, McLaren too, though. Shit. No, I'll stick with those three, or we could be here all night. But yeah, that list could be 100 people. Favorite 5 NHL enforcers of all time. Okay. Well, in no order. Probert, Parker, Brad May, Baumgartner. How many is that? That's 1, 2. That's 4. Berube. Top 5 minors. Okay. Engelstad, Rocky. Oh boy. Okay. Well, hold on. This changes my answers a little bit, because now I see the next question is LNH. Okay. So Mel, Rocky, Bonvy, Gates, I was gonna say Lassard, but he was kind of an NHL guy. I would say Lassard played long enough in the NHL to be now there's my tweener, because I could have picked him too. Oh man. Shit, there's so, how do you answer? It could be Segroy or Klotz, or shit. There's lots of guys. Garrett Hunt. There's lots. Oh shit, I don't know. We'll just pick. Oh, Breckelamp. There you go. Yeah, obviously. There we go. LNH. Well, now top 5 LNH. Well, Swanson's for sure. Swanson, Terrio, Mayrad, Marhasty, Cote. Favorite 5 current fighters? Now you're talking NHL. I couldn't tell you. NHL. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'll give you an NHL. I like Delorier and those guys. Delorier, Reeves, Alex Gallant, Terrell Bauer is getting up there quick. I can tell you that. Who else? Doty, Nico, Blatchman. There you go. That was tough. What was that? That's question 14. Question 15. Favorite comic strip, growing up? Garfield. And then as I got older, Calvin and Hobbes. 16. Trend in current hockey that needs to stop. Well, could that be the next 10 fucking questions? Well, the bump taps and bro hugs, everybody get the code shit out of their head because it's fucking idiocy and you've killed your own enforcing jobs. That could be that's number there, that. Yeah. Get rid of the code mindset. Killed enforcing. 17, number of drinks of choice. Favorite soda, Dr. Pepper. Favorite energy drink, Rockstar sugar-free fruit punch. Favorite beer, wow, Great West Light for local, but if I'm in like Vegas or something, it's Miller Lite. Favorite hard alcohol, Captain Morgan Spice Rum and Coke. 18, something you are doing to work to improve yourself, lose weight. And stop procrastinating. There's another one. When you're home alone, how do you spend your time? Usually downstairs here on the computer. Normally, either trying to do an episode or put together videos for a live stream or something on the computer at home. I very rarely when I'm home by myself am I watching, like sitting on the couch watching TV. Unless I'm like gonna have I'm gonna nap or something. Because I never go to the bedroom to nap. Even when no one's home, I will lie down on our couch is super comfortable. I'll lie down on the couch, the pillow, get the nice heavy blanket, and I turn on YouTube and what is it, Vin Diggity or whatever that guy's channel is that plays the highlights of the old games, and he just shows like the goals, the hits, and the fights, and I'll just hit like play all on his channel and doze off. That channel is tremendous, by the way. Lisa obviously picked these questions. Deep conversation with anyone living or dead. Oh, Jesus. Well, not Jesus. No, I will go with a personal. Well, because I mean, if they're living, it means you can still have the conversation with them. So, because I'm going to make it a personal thing. Dead, my aunt, Arlene. She unfortunately died when I was in grade 9. So I always say, because she's my mom's sister. I've always said it's unfortunate because I always say, like, she missed everything. Like, she missed me getting married, my brother getting married. Her mom dying, right? I mean, no parent wants to outlive their child, right? But not that, I wish I was there to see mom die, but, but have those moments or, as you get older with your parent, she just missed everything. So that was really unfortunate, but she was really interesting. It's kind of very similar, obviously, with some traits, but different from my mom as well. But, cause she was an artist, she was a painter, she was a nurse, but she was also a painter. So I always say artists are a little different on their own, but they're creative people. And, so she had a really different outlook on life, much more, I don't know how to, because I'm trying to remember. I guess nowadays it would be considered liberal, I guess, but just my, it was just more of an art scene, animal lover, gay right activist, all that stuff. So growing up, I like in grade 8, like as I was older enough to know, like grade 7, 8, and 9, I mean, I had interesting conversations with her, and because our family is fairly conservative, stuff like that. They're kind of not, I hate to put labels on shit, but not really conservative either. But fairly middle of the road, actually. But no, it was just more of an artist side of things that I was exposed to with her, and so it shaped me more. I met different people, and I just saw different just different sides of life with her. And, and it would have been going forward as we got older, it would have been interesting. And it would have been interesting to see how she would have adapted, with the internet age and social media and that type of thing, especially with her art and stuff like that. It would have been interesting. And I miss having that conversation with her, and I miss her not being able to meet my wife or my brother's kids or my brother's wife for that matter. And, so. Anyway, that was a long question, but yeah, it's an interesting question. I've never actually thought of that before. So yeah, this is That was interesting. That actually hit a little different. Okay. Well, there we go. Question 21. If money was not a concern, how would you spend your day? You spend your time each day? That's a good question. Shit, these are good. Goddamn, these are good questions. Well, I just do whatever I want. I mean, and that's the thing. And it wouldn't be like, oh, I would have run out and I'm going to have a garage full of Lambos and Ferraris and all that. No, I've always said that, with money, it buys you time. And that's to me, the greatest benefit of it all. I've always said I would travel Canada ocean to ocean. And in a car, like not by plane, but just getting in, I don't know, in an SUV or something and just, I say fiddle fuck away across Canada, see every province, and when you have no time limit, you like a place, stay for a while, and explore and check out just Canada's things, then drop down into the States and hit every state. I would hit every province and state in North America, to begin with before going overseas. But yeah, and just spend more time with friends and family and treat people and I mean, I want to solve their problems because money doesn't solve it, but money solves a lot of problems, creates problems too. But try to take people's worries away financially if I could, and that I think that's what I would do, or not. I think that's what I would do. Question 22: what do you have an irrational fear of? Snow. I don't like driving on the highway in the snow. Not that I'm petrified of it and white knuckling, but I do not enjoy that. And when I hear the weather report, like, oh, the highway is going to be really bad and stuff, I get anxiety about, not like crippling, but it's that in my mind, I'm like, ugh, I just don't like highway travel. And it's not only for myself, but I worry about my brother on the highway. I worry about my wife on the highway. Just, yeah, like brother, family that has to travel because they live on farms. So they got to travel on the highway to get to their jobs in the morning. I just don't like it. That's another reason why I fucking hate winter. 23. We're getting there, folks. We're almost home. 23. What are 3 things that would attract you to a woman? Oh, 3 traits. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Lisa definitely picked these out. Well, there's obviously a physical attraction and all that stuff, but when you get beyond that, I'll take this question as, because every first couple dates is like almost like fucking job interviews, right? When you're questioning each other. So I'll tell you from that point of view, what are the 3 things that, now that I'm old, like as I got old, when you're younger, you're just, we all know what we're trying to get when we're younger, right? But, whatever, you're just, oh, it's a good time. Let's have some fun. And, we'll see where it leads. And, bounce, you know what I'm saying. But when you get older and you're looking for a partner and a mate and that type of thing, and as I got older, and I've always said, like all the women I dated before and had relationships with before that didn't work out, I've never regretted it. Like some of them didn't. I never had the crazy ex that was, wasn't fatal attraction with the bunny in the pot or anything, or slashing tires, or no. I mean, we just broke up and that was it. And everybody went their separate ways. And I know the couple that I was that I had extended relationships with have gone on and married partners, and they're doing well and they're happy in their life. So that's good for them. I don't have any ill will towards them. And I'm sure if we ran into each other, I know if we ran into each other today, we would have a civil conversation and introduce each other to our families and go on with our lives. So there's no ill will, at least on my part. I don't know why there would be any on theirs. So, but anyway, it's a long preamble here. 3 things that, basically that attracted me to my wife. Independence. I've always said that's the one thing that attracted me to my wife, is I know she doesn't need me. Conversation. Can they carry a conversation? Empathy. Like just, yeah, are they normal? But you know what I mean? because I mean, everybody had met women or just women that have met guys or whatever. They just, you're like, oh my God, like, yeah, they're hot and okay. Yeah. You can have all your fun with them and everything else. At some point you got to talk to them. And it's like, whatever, okay, sure. Like, oh God, shut up. Yeah, no. So, no, can they carry a conversation? They have some brains in their head. I don't, I want independent, well, smart, independent, and, 3. I don't know, I guess almost you wanted to see what their family was like and what their family background was like, because then you understand where they're coming from and their values and stuff like that. And Lisa's family very much aligned with mine in a lot of ways. And, solid, 2 parents and, decent farmers, so, I mean, they differed in that because I was certainly not a farmer. But the values and that type of thing. And, so, when you see that, you sort of see what their base is and where they're coming from, so background, family, independence and intelligence. That's there you go. 24. What were some fun things you did as a kid? Oh geez. Well, sports. We were big sport. Everything we did was based around sports. If we did basketball or out of the playground, or in the winter it was out at the rink and playing shinny and playing hockey. And the fall was, through the football and baseball all summer. And if it wasn't a baseball, we were hitting a wiffle ball, or we were always having a game, a stick ball. It was anything hitting with a bat and a ball, or an object and a ball. Always hitting something, and lots of wiffle ball, and and rode bikes everywhere. That was your transportation. You rode bikes, and you went out in the morning and you came home when the streetlights came on. That was my life with my friends. And in the summer, when summer holidays was on, that was all we did. We played team sports and stuff, but the nights you didn't have baseball, or whatever, you were riding bikes and hanging out in parks and going to people's houses and just, it's crazy. That's what we did, man. Final question of 2025. Something you'd like to try but haven't. Scuba diving. That was easy, actually, that question. Scuba diving. There you go. This actually might be the one segment my wife might actually listen to the fourth line voice for the first time. She might actually listen to this part, but I don't know if anybody else will. But there you go. There are your my 2025 questions. Crazy. Where did the there we go. Where did the time go? Well, folks, I will put my notebook away while I'm thinking here. Sort of just to wrap things up. For plans for 2026. I don't have any New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I'm not going to bore you with anything like that. Just as far as, like I said, as far as the show goes, I don't know. We'll just keep on trucking along. I've talked to a few people recently about doing interviews. I could throw one out. Curtis Gabriel was one of them. Talked to him. I think I've mentioned Sean Legault. And, those are the two for sure, that I need to do. And, there's a couple other cats that I need to reconnect with about doing shows, doing interviews. So I've not completely given up on the interviews. I don't obviously do them as much as I used to. For the Fourth Line Voice, we basically do interviews every week for the Bruised and Battered show. And that has always been that's a struggle. But there's 3 of us trying to get interviews. So one of us is bound to hit on something with all of our feelers that we put out. But it's tough. It's tough doing interviews. Like I said, I find my interest in them waning at times. I've just done this for so long, and it's so hard now to get people, and there's so many shows, and guys get, every which way, I mean, they're obviously going to go with the old NHL friends like Cote or Nyland or John Scott or whoever. I'm sure as soon as they text or phone, they're like right away, they'll do the show. And I understand that, obviously. But yeah, there's been opportunities for me to talk to a few guys, and I just haven't bothered to capitalize on them or got back to them, because it's just like trying to find time to do the research, to do proper research and everything else. I just don't have. And because like I said, a lot of times I'm working 60, 70 hour weeks at work, and honestly, you just don't want to do it when you get home. I'm not in the mood to do it. And I don't want to do a shitty interview, because it's not fair to the guest and it's not fair to you guys. So I want to always do my due diligence, and I always want to do a proper research and get really good questions. That takes time. So, and again, I'm not saying I'm never going to do another interview, because I will. But I have to get in the mood for it. I have to be passionate about it. And, sometimes that takes a little more giddy up and need some gas in the tank. Sometimes that isn't there, but, I do plan on doing a few more interviews in 2026 than I did this year, because I do have some ideas for stuff. Also, as I said, YouTube channel, Fourth Line Voice on YouTube, live streaming on Fridays. I want to keep that going. There's some other ideas that, like I said before, about what I want to do on the show, or what I want to do with the channel going forward. There's a few video ideas that I've had kicking in the can for a while. I really need to get on them. In the winter here is actually the time to do it, because I don't actually work as much, obviously, in the winter. So this is when I should be doing it. So I plan on doing that in the new year. But other than that, just cruising along. Like I said, if anybody listeners out there, if you have any ideas, you want to come on the show or whatever, I always say, get a hold of me on social media. My DMs are open, as the kids say. Or drop me an email. It's what is my email address these days? It used to be occupied at Hotmail, but that went the way of, I got, hacked, or I lost the password, or, fourth line, like the number 4th line voice, fourthlinevoice@gmail.com. If you want to drop me an email. Feel free. I'm always, like I said, there's a few cats that still that email me that I love to hear from. I'd love to hear from all you guys. If you have questions, comments, concerns, complaints, Facebook, my Facebook channel has actually been really taking off lately, which has been fun. As I said in saying that, I did make a post the other day, and I've mentioned it on this show, so I'm not going to go on and on about it. But I said that's another thing going into 2026. Honestly, just trolls and goofs, and that you will not be entertained anymore. I am not going to debate you or go on or give you the time of day. If you're going to come in onto my notifications and just say stupid shit, you're blocked. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to waste my time. And I'm not going to have you littering and my comment section with your stupidity so other people can read it. Like even today, we put up the Divine Apollo fight. Right about 20 minutes later, racist comment. And it was just, why? And Bruised and Battered, same thing. Alec got a hold of me, said, oh yeah, we had about 3 comments last night. Because Alec was at the game. Him and Jay were at the game, and they filmed it with their phone and put it up on the Bruised and Battered socials. And I just shared it onto my Facebook. And he said, yeah, on the Bruised and Battered socials, there's a couple racial comments that were immediately deleted, and that person was blocked. And on mine this morning, there was racial reference, racist reference that they were quickly deleted and blocked, and that shit will not be tolerated. It's just jokes, bro. No, it's not funny. So you go do your edgy comedy on, go on your Facebook page and go have your, like I said, go have your Klan rally over on your page. But that is, whatever, but you're not doing it on mine. So, and I told the one, hey, you do it again, you'll be reported to Facebook, and not that you give a shit, but you'll be panned and dealt with, and that'll be that. So, because the one guy was a digital creator that had quite a few followers that was flapping his lips, and I'm like, you want to lose your channel? Keep it up. But I said, stay off of mine. And you fucking clown. So, yeah. That will not be tolerated. Racial bullshit. That is not happening. And, or homophobic shit, political shit. I'm not putting up with that, any of that shit on my channel. Go over to you're free to go say whatever you want on your channel. Don't bring that shit to my channel. That ain't, and I'm not entertaining it. Not that I ever did with that shit, but just even the stupid shit. Like I put the fight with Probert and Gates up. Oh, Bobby on coke again. Yeah. Oh, you're so edgy, bro. Yeah. Good one. So you're gone. Yeah. So just go talk stupid somewhere else. I'm not entertaining it. So 2026, going to be a pretty clean, it's going to be a lot of blocking. I can tell you that. So, and like somebody said, oh, why do you block? So it's the same reason why I flush. I don't need that shit in my life. So I don't come here to read that shit. Yeah, well, before I leave here, the final thing I was going to say, it actually had a little scary, if it's fine now, but it was scary last night. We had Christmas at my parents' house on the 26th, yesterday. And, had a great night. We, everybody opened gifts and, everybody had fun and a couple drinks and, we were eating supper and, my dad ended up getting a dry rib. He choked on it, and immediately my brother grabbed him and started doing the Heimlich on him, and it got serious. And he was my brother was was trying, and it wouldn't come out, and he was turning blue, and he went down, and it was scary. And he's on the kitchen floor, and we got him down and on his side, and he eventually, got it out and started breathing again. But in the meantime, my wife had phoned the EMTs and they were quick, man. The ambulance guys got there within minutes. They were there fast, and they checked my dad out, and everything's fine. His oxygen levels were great, and they were really happy with it. And he was up and alert and no problems and all good. And Christ, this morning he was out there shoveling. I was like, oh God, but the blue guy definitely put a damper on the Christmas spirit that night. But, no, he was up later on the couch watching the hockey game and talking and finishing his drink, and he was fine. But yeah, there's been a million people that choke on things, but it was scary at the time. And, cause we've all had a little, in our, but, and I'm like, well, first he goes down, I'm thinking, this guy's my dad's gonna die on the kitchen floor at Christmas, man. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, yeah, cause he's turning blue and shit. It was scary, really scary. I don't freak my mom out, freaked everybody out. And, makes you think. And, it was, like I said, for a few minutes there, it was really bad, really scary. And, cause I had never been around that before. Not that serious where a guy turns blue and goes down. I've never seen that before. So that was scary, but, like I said, I told him last night, I handed it to my brother. I kept telling him, you want me to get in? Cause we've all taken the first aid and stuff, but he immediately jumped into it and remained calm. Like he was talking through it and same thing. And like we were all, my wife and I, the three of us, we kind of put my mom in the living room and told the nieces to, they don't need to see this, but, they just, go watch for the EMTs but no, we remained calm but my brother was right on top of things. Like I didn't notice it at first. He was choking. My brother got on it right away. And, it was, it was a tense kind of deal there for sure. And, you just see how, we were talking and laughing, and a minute later he turned blue and going down, and it was really crazy. And upon reflection, as I sit here now, like I said, he's fine. Everything's good. No problems. I mean, like I said, he was out shoveling today but he's 84 years old but in great, physical shape. He's good. And, getting old, but obviously he's old, but, physically still really, really good. But it was a choking thing. And, like I said, but my brother was right on it. And I liked the fact that we all remained calm about it, and everybody kept their heads. And, paramedics came and it was all great. But, so no, everything worked out and was fine, but, a little scary kind of, didn't have that on the Christmas bingo card. But no, everything's fine. But, no, it like I said, it definitely, makes, anytime you have something like that, it kind of makes you think. And, I guess, know your first aid. I mean, we all roll our eyes at work when they tell you got to update your first aid and you're like, but there you go. That is why you do it right there. So, but yeah, it was crazy, but, you just see how precious life is and how fast it can go. Right. And, or how quickly things can change. And, so I guess overall for this year, I know, on a personal level, my father-in-law passed away in the summer. And, so that was the first time my wife or both my parents are still alive. And, that was the first, her mom's still alive, but that was the first one of us between the two of us to lose a parent. And, it was hard. It was a hard battle. He was in the hospital there for 3 months, and I talked about it on here, but, yeah, that was tough to see, but, and so going through Christmas and all that, doing the firsts of everything have been tough, but, you got to go on, right? So, and I know there are listeners out there that have had, loved ones pass away this year, and, my thoughts are with you guys, and, and it's tough, but, we all march on, right? Time goes on, and, I don't know if it ever gets easier. I mean, I guess you just make peace with it and just sort of, they'll always be with you, right? Like I said with one of the questions tonight, if you could talk to someone, like with my aunt and stuff, right? They're always with you, but, we have to live our lives too and go on, and, and I guess we do the best to, in their memory, right? So, and to keep their memory alive and with us, right? So for those that are listening that lost people in 2025, my thoughts are with you guys. And I know I have talked to some of you about things, and, we will all move on together. So, but on to 2026. And, I hope everyone has a great, I hope everybody had a good 2025, or well, after I'm just talking about death, but as best as you can have in 2025, and hopefully, brighter days ahead on 2026, and everybody, we reach our personal goals and, or financial goals, or whatever your goals may be. I hope, everybody out there reaches them, or is starting to make good strides towards them. And, the Fourth Line Voice will be in your ear, in your car, in your commute, wherever it may be, for 2026, for the foreseeable future. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll get canceled too. But or somebody will shut me or unplug me or what have you. The network will be, hey, stop doing this. You never know. But for the meantime, I'll press on. But, I want to thank everybody who's ever listened to the show, who continues to listen to the show. Thank you for all the feedback, the people that come to the live streams, the YouTube channel, the social medias, everything. You have, I sound so corny, but it's true. And we were talking about, Alec and Jay, we were talking about this last time we were recording, and it sounds so hokey, but it's the new age. It's true. It is our brand, so to speak, but the Fourth Line Voice brand has been around for, I don't know, 7 years now. And it's crazy. People around the world listen and enjoy it. And, and like I said, on Facebook here, we've monetized Facebook now, and I'm getting paid to do Facebook. I mean, over the years, paid to do YouTube and paid to podcast. And again, I'm not, I'm moving on up. I'm a big influencer now, I'm thinking of quitting my regular job. Like, no, nothing like that, but just, extra money that helps out and pays for plane ticket to Vegas now and again is always a helpful thing in life, or helps you pay the mortgage a month, or, or property tax or whatever. It's always nice to have a air quote side hustle, as the kids say. And that's what this is. And Anytime you can have different revenue streams, it's always a positive thing. And so, yeah, and without you guys, I don't have those revenue streams. And, yeah, and it's hard. I work on it, and I try to give you guys good stuff, and, try to give you good shows and good YouTube videos and the live streams. I try to play good videos for you guys and try to be the dancing monkey and try to entertain. And, and there's been some days I've come down here and it's like, oh, fuck, I got to do this shit. But I've said I was going to do it, so let's do it. And I try to give you the best that I got at that particular time. Some days it's better than others, but I always try to put on a good show for the listeners and or the viewers in this live stream in this case. But I'm always trying my best for you guys. And I know Alec and Jay with the Bruce and Batter show, the same thing. And like I said, some shows are better than others, but because people have got things going on in their lives and have their problems. But I always try to do my best for you guys. So and going forward, that is the goal. So once again, thank you for always supporting the channel and supporting the things that I do, and it's greatly appreciated. And all the help that people that send me the lists, and like I was saying before, Yuka and all the guys that have helped me over the years, and Chef there at the Bare Knuckle Mob for having me on the other couple weeks back on his channel. Please subscribe to the Bare Knuckle Mob on YouTube. Great guy. Chef's a good dude, just new in the space. He's just trying to grow. We're all trying to grow. And that's what I always say with you guys listening. Honestly, if you could just hit the star rating, if you can just subscribe to the channel, it's just a mouse click or a click with your finger on the phone. That's it. That's all you guys have to do. Sounds so simple. And I know there are a ton of listeners that don't do it. If you could just do it, because it helps as oh God, I hate the word, but as an influencer or a creator, it is so huge to get those likes. To get those, it's not on a personal level. I want it to be liked. It's not that. It's in the algorithms. That's what helps us in the algorithms. So like when you're watching YouTube and on the side where it says related video, that's how you get into the related videos. They don't just put you in there. You need to be liked or viewed and get in there. It's the same thing with if you're listening to a podcast, or if you like this show, you might like this show, and they have the suggestions at the bottom. That's how you get into that line, those suggestions, is by having the reviews of your show and the liking of your show, etc. It's not some personal ego thing. Oh, I need you to like me. No, I need you, and the same with the Bruised and Battered show or Joe Lazito's show. As content creators, we need you to do the star ratings. Hit the star rating. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. I play a video and it's like, 80% of the people that viewed this video are not subscribers. It's like, if you could get half of those people that viewed those videos to subscribe to your channel. I guess I'm not saying you got to go and watch every video after you subscribe. Just subscribe and go away. Whatever. But it's just, it helps us out. All of that stuff helps us out. The subscriptions, the likes. When you're on Facebook and you're scrolling, if I put a picture up, if you hit the little thumbs up, yeah, I know it's corny as fuck. I know, but it helps out. It helps the algorithms. That's all it is. Maybe share it. Even better, comment on it, whatever. But it all helps. It drives the traffic, and that's what you want. You want engagement. Everything's about engagement. This isn't some ego stroke for, the more likes I get. Look how many likes I got. No, it's all engagement. It's all about driving engagement. I got it. So I sound like, but that's how it is, right? In this content-driven world and I'm a content creator. I mean, any way I want to word it or spin it or all this or that, well, that's what I am. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating content, so these are the things that we have to try to do. And you as listeners are the ones that ultimately the power is in your hands. And so if you could hit the star rating at the top on Spotify or iTunes, you don't have to leave a comment. If you want to leave a comment, great. I'm not saying you got to go write some novel in the comment section. No, just hit the star rating. That's it. You're going there to hit play. Like I said, you're going there to hit play anyway. The stars is right there. Just boom, hit it. You're done. That's it. You watch Darren put up a Morasti fight on YouTube. Well, check it out. Well, subscribe to the channel while you're there. That's it. And you'd be doing me a huge favor. Bruised and Battered show, Lazito show, whatever podcast you listen to that you enjoy, whatever it may be, rate and review the show, or hit the star rating on that show, because that is big for the creator. They will appreciate that. So That is my final plea in 2025. Going into 2026, hit more likes and stars or whatever on Facebook. I know it's corny as shit, but it helps the creators out. That's all I'm saying. But that hopefully this is all I'm saying, because I'm going to shut up now. I want to thank thank you very much, everybody. I know we joke on the show and everything else, but from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everybody that's ever taken the time to listen to an episode, all the episodes, one episode, 10 minutes of an episode, a minute of an episode. Thank you for hitting play. There's 3.5 registered million podcasts in the world last time I looked. And last time I checked, I'm in the global 2%. I'm not saying that as a brag. I'm just saying that as it is on listen score. That's my listen score. The 2% of out of 3.5 million shows, I'm in the upper 2%. So that doesn't happen without you guys. And that's the only reason it happens, because of you guys. And to think on a global scale like that, out of millions of podcasts, to be in that upper echelon is crazy to me. And I'm not saying it's because of content or anything like that. I'm just saying that's not me saying it. Those are the numbers saying it. So I want to thank you guys for putting me in that category, and the Bruised and Battered Show actually in that category. And it's very humbling. And I've said it ad nauseum on this show. I sit here in the dark with my little Staples microphone and stare out the window as I've turned sideways and bark at the moon, and people listen. It's crazy, and from around the world they listen, and I'm forever thankful for that and grateful. And I'll keep trying to do my best for you guys and entertain you guys as the year 2026 rolls on. But as you're listening to this, have a happy new year. Stay safe, and don't watch them dry ribs. Don't choke on the dry ribs. Chew your food, but have some drinks. Find a designated driver. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid. And because I want to see you guys in the live streams. Come out on the live stream, 11 o'clock Eastern every Friday. Fighting Friday. Come check it out and get in the chat and have some fun and drink some beers with us and enjoy the hockey fights. But in the meantime, folks, thank you very much for making it a great 2025 in podcast land, and we'll continue to roll in 2026 and try to do better next year. Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year.
And you people that don't like fighting, how many of you did you walk out and get a coffee while that was on?